All right. Okay, sounds good. All right, so we're going to do Beshalach, right? That's what we're doing.
Okay.
We bring Yakut Shimoni. By the way, you should know today's Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. It's a Segulah to say Parashat Haman Davka today.
I said Parshat Beshalach.
You did? I'm just saying. It's a Davka today. It's a special Segulah.
Any Tuesday? No, today's
No,
Sunday.
this Tuesday of Beshalach.
Ah.
Tuesday of Beshalach is a Segulah to say Parashat Haman.
Excellent.
All right, so we did a midrash on Yakut Shimoni, right? That says Ve'aminu b'Hashem u'Moshe Avdo, that they believed in God and in Moshe his servant. So the midrash says Im beMoshe he'eminu, if they believed in the emissary, Kal v'Homed b'Hashem, that obviously they believed in God. Umat hamul lomar beMoshe, and what is the pasuk coming to teach me when it says beMoshe and in Moshe? Lelamedcha, to teach you, shekol ha'ma'amin bero'ei Israel, whoever believes in the emissaries of Bnei Israel, ki'ilu he'emin b'mi she'amar v'haya olam, is as if you believe in the one that said v'haya olam. You know, I just read yesterday on the Hidah that says Baruch she'amar came before the Gemara, the time of the Gemara. The Baruch she'amar it came down in a petek.
Yeah.
It came down in a petek.
The Kolbo brings the.
The kolba, yeah, well, sure. I mean, a lot of people bring it. It's. I think it's in Berachot also. And what is it? And so the Hidah says that when if you hear a kaddish, you don't answer amen in Baruch She'amar. If you dafka inside Baruch She'amar, it's crazy. It's crazy. So anyway, so over here he tells you that if you believe in Moshe, right? If you believe in the emissaries of Bnei Israel, it's as if you believe in the one that said V'ya Olam. So the question is, Magshim Olam, Zera Shimshon says, it should have said, what do I learn by the word Bahashem? Not, what do I learn from the word Be Moshe? Why? Because you're making the emunah of Hashem talui on Moshe. You're making the emunah of Hashem talui on Moshe, because you're saying that whoever believes in Moshe is as if they believe in God. It should say the opposite. It should say the one who believes in Hashem believes in Moshe. Whoever believes in the president believes in his workers. Not whoever believes in the worker believes in the boss. Moshe itztarich lego. I'm telling you, that's what it is. Why would you? It should have said. Matamu lomar b'Hashem. What do you teach you in Hashem? To teach you that when you believe in Him, it's you believe the people under Him. Why are you teaching me be Moshe? How could I learn the emunah of God through Moshe? I should learn the emunah of Moshe through God. The opposite. Hashem's higher, not Moshe is higher. And uv Moshe, and the word uv Moshe, it's tarich legufeh. And you need Moshe for himself to teach you that, because obviously they believe in God. So you need. It says, why does it say extra? Who says it's extra? Why are you assuming that we believe in Moshe also? We know that we realize that the midrash, Zera Shimshon is saying that the midrash has a different problem, right? That has nothing to do with the emunah of Moshe at all. Why? Because Moshe did all the ototim of team from Mipiyah Kadosh Baruch Hu. He did everything and said everything in God's name all the time. He never took credit for anything. So we always knew that everything he did was the messenger of God, right? He always mentioned God's name and it would never be called believing in Moshe. Everybody always believed in God. No one never says, this is the first time it actually says anywhere in the Pesukim that we believed in Moshe.
But
never once.
The word that they believed in Hashem already.
We know it. Vayamen ha'am vayishme'u ki fakad Hashem vayikodu v'ishtahavu. Remember in Shemot?
It's they believe in Hashem.
We had the Pesukim saying
everything that Moshe was saying is from the words of God. So it's like they already believe in God. They know that.
But we had So we had the Pesukim showing that we believe in God. Nothing about Moshe. So it's not a question to say that we need to prove in Hashem's emunah. We have Hashem's emunah. Moshe is the one. So you're saying that it's extra, but who says it's extra? We don't have any other place teaching us that we believe in Moshe. We have all these other places we brought in Shemot to bring in this week's parasha. Right? Moshe says, "Hityatzebu, come and gather. Uru et Yeshuat Hashem, come see the salvation of God. Asher yaseh lachem hayom." Let's talk about Yam Suf, that He's going to do for you today. So this is Dafka. This is exactly what is showing that Moshe doesn't take credit for anything. So we all know that he's not, that Hashem is the one pulling the strings, and Moshe is the front man. So we don't have anywhere. So we technically need Moshe here to say Va'iminu b'Hashem uv Moshe Avdo, that we believe in Moshe himself. Ve'af im ba lomar, even if you want to come and say that, yeah, they did believe in Hashem, that He's going to do all the otot, right, all the miracles, and also you believed in Moshe that he was the one that was ra'ui to actually do the nisim by his hand, meaning you want to say, oh, he's the top guy. So you want to give him, you want to say you trust it, you believe in him. But even that is hard. Because ma tamud lomar be Moshe. Right? Well, then why does the Yakut Shimoni, the Midrash, say, what do you learn from Moshe? De bishlama im she'eminu b'Hakadosh Baruch Hu. If they would have believed in Hakadosh Baruch Hu, then it makes sense over here. Why? Because in the Zechut of the Emunah, we were nigal b'Mitzrayim, right? But if we weren't about Moshe, but the Emunah that you want to say that we had in Moshe, that he was the Ra'ui to be the messenger to handle all these things, it doesn't belong here because it's not contingent on the Geulah of Bnei Israel. It's not as if we didn't have any. We got redeemed because we had emunah. We believed in God, therefore we were able to get out. Okay, it doesn't say anywhere if we didn't have. First of all, it doesn't say that in the zechut of the emunah we had in Moshe we got out. It only says regarding Hashem. So what does that have to do? So even if you want to say that, okay, we don't need to prove that Moshe, that we believe in Hashem through Moshe, fine. And we need to have Moshe there to show you that we know it doesn't say anywhere that Moshe never took credit for anything, but we still know he's Moshe Rabbeinu. So he's still the number one guy of the boss. So therefore we should give him, we should have emunah that he's the one that's ra'ui. What's the good word for ra'ui? Fitting. That he's fitting. Give me another word. Worthy or appropriate. Right? He's the appropriate, or he's the right guy, or he deserves it. Whatever. I understand it. So but that is a zechut in itself. So you want to say that they should get it, that they should have emunah on him because he's a holy person, he's a holy Jew, he's a holy person. But even then, that's fine. It doesn't belong here. It doesn't belong about Yam Suf. Yam Suf happened because of the emunah. Right? Nachshon ben Aminadav in Hashem. Nachshon ben Aminadav jumped in Hashem. Right? Not in Moshe. So even if you want to put somewhere else, fine, but it doesn't belong here. We're talking about a Shirah, Ruach HaKodesh. We were able to all sing the Shirah at the same time through Ruach HaKodesh. Number one, that says, as you see Moshe over there, said the Shirah Hazot. I didn't get the note. I didn't get the email. Right? Because we all knew what to say at the same time. But why? Because of the emunah we had in God, not the emunah we had in Moshe. So it doesn't belong here. And what's the answer? So he says the Midrash is coming to teach you a lesson for generations to come. Shekol me, whoever believes in the Ro'ei Israel, which are the Hakamim, Af ma she'omrim bishmam ve'lo b'shem HaKadosh Baruch Hu, even if they say something in their own name and don't even say it in the name of God, Mikeri is called Ki'ilu He'eminu b'HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Again, a person, it's coming to teach you that the people that trust in, by the way, people have you say, when you mention, you have to listen to the rabbis, any type of squeamish feeling that a person gets inside is a self problem. And because they have a problem with it. It's an automatic thing. You understand what I mean? Does that make sense? When it hits a nerve, what does that mean? It means there's something in your system that's wrong, that's causing you for the nerve to be hit. Otherwise, you wouldn't care. But you have an ego problem. Don't tell me what to do. I remember when they first came out in Brooklyn, they said they put these cubbies, right? And everyone puts their cell phones in these cubbies. They don't want you taking the cell phone to shul. Okay, good, very nice. But what was the initial reaction? I don't want nobody telling me what to do. I'll do it myself. I don't need you to tell me the cubby. Don't force me to do anything. Nobody wants to be forced. So when you hear that, something like this, that by the way, we know this because by Har Sinai, we have the same problem. Right, we had the Har on top of us, Har Gigit, the Har on top of us. Why? Because we didn't want to accept the Torah from the Hakmi. I don't know. You, God, I'll take. The rabbi is not sure. So the Midrash is coming to teach you something very important, to teach you for the Dorot, that whoever believes in the Ro'ei Israel, right, even if they say it in their own name, and they don't say it specifically in God's name, it's Ki'ilu, you have Emunah in God himself. Umikelal hin atash shomea lav. So listen to this. And from the application of positive, which means learning the fact now that anything I say, anything that the rabbis say in their own name, is as if you're saying, as if you're believing in God himself, it works the opposite. Which means that anything that they say that a person doesn't listen to is as if you don't believe in Hashem. And whoever has this gets squeamish about that is for the same reason. Because they feel, understand? Because they feel that it's a you problem. Call it a you problem. Have emunat hachamim. It's one of the most important things you can have. You have a pasuk, by the way, I think it's in Shoftim, It says, right? Kol asher yurucha. You follow, you listen to them, whatever they tell you to do. Whatever the Hachamim tell you to do, you tell. It tells you from your right to your left. Even till your right side is your left side, you listen. I told my rabbi, Rabbi Aziko once, I said, what does that mean, right to the left? So he takes me, and this is the Rashi. It's the Rashi that says, he takes me, he goes, where's your right? I go like this. So he turns me around physically. He goes, where's your right now? He goes, now it's the opposite, because now it's my left. I'm facing the other way. You understand? So he goes, it's all the way you see things. The Hakamim see things through the Torah, through the Derech of Torah. We learn 2 hours a day, we think we're a champ. You know, if we learn 2 hours a day, we think we're a king. You know, we stay home. We don't have to go to shul. but they invest their entire lives in the Torah, so they see a lot clearer than we do. So we can't get upset that they know something we don't. We should be happy that they know something we don't.
Can't have a reaction.
Can't have a reaction, right? Don't be upset that you should be happy that someone showed you the right way and follow them because you bank on their word, and it's not a you problem anymore. Because even if what he said might not be right, Hashem is going to protect his word because of emunat hachamim. I firmly believe that if the rabbi says it's going to happen, but it's all about how much you believe it's going to happen. You know, there's a story about two avrechim that used to go, two yeshiva boys. They used to go visit their big rabbi. I don't know where, somewhere in Europe. And every year they would go and they'd stay by this couple. Okay, and this couple, and they would stop off, you know, because it was a long trip. So one year, the woman asked, the wife asked one of the boys, get a beracha from the rabbi that we should have children. We don't have any children. Says, okay, sure. So he goes, gets the beracha for the children, stays in the house again on the return trip. And he says, and she says, did you get the beracha? He goes, yes, I got beracha. The rabbi said, go and you'll have a child. So she was so excited. Okay, great. Next year comes. They're going to visit the rabbi, stay by the same place. Boom, they have a child. They have a baby there. It's an infant. Okay, very nice, cutesy. Okay, goes to the rabbi. Now they tell the rabbi that the beracha came true. You know, it's great. The rabbi notices one of the two boys has a little, he has a problem. So he tells him, what's the matter? So he goes, Rabbi, I'm coming to you every year. I'm asking for children. Every year I'm coming to you asking for children. I don't have any children. This woman you didn't even meet, she didn't do anything. She doesn't even come, she doesn't do nothing, no Torah, no nothing. She met through a messenger, she got a beracha and it worked. Why? So the rabbi says, you know why? Because when she asked for the beracha and you told her that she got the beracha, you know what she did? She went out and bought a carriage. She bought a crib, not a carriage, a crib. Because she knew that it's going to happen. There's another story about the Havetz Hayim. There was a guy whose son was very sick in the hospital and the doctor calls him and tells him, you have to go. It's imminent. Your son's going to die. He goes, okay, I'll be right there. An hour comes, 2 hours. He goes, well, I have to go pick something up. I have to go to shul. I'll be there soon. The doctor says, what's the matter with you? Are you retarded? Are you crazy? You need it. He tells him, okay. So he goes to the hospital, sees the son, and the doctor said, is everything okay, like with your relationship with your son? He goes, yeah, it's fine. But I have to tell you, I got a beracha from the Havetz Hayim that I will grow old and see all my children and my children's children at my table. I'm not worried that anything's going to happen to him. And a couple of weeks later, the kid got better. Okay, because it's about how much you follow through with the beracha. So now he's saying, this Midrash is coming to teach you that if you follow the words of the Hachamim, it's as if you follow the words of God. And the same thing on the flip side, God forbid, if a person doesn't follow the Hachamim, it's as if you're not following God. As hard as that is to hear, but it is what it is. Like we say, it ain't always roses, right? And that's the key to the Derash. That even here, that you see even here that Bnei Yisrael got the ness of Yam Suf in the zechut of the emunah. Even if they had in their heart that they did not believe in Moshe, right? Even in anything that he might have said, not in the name of Hakadosh Baruch Hu, the nest never would have happened. They needed both. They needed the nest of one, and they needed the emunah of Hashem and the emunah of Moshe Rabbeinu. And you know that it says that Moshe did 3 things on his own, and Hashem agreed with them. I don't remember all 3, but I remember one of them was breaking the luchot. Moshe did that on his own. He didn't do that. Hashem didn't tell him to do that, and Hashem agreed with him. Moshe, so look at that. So he did do 3 things. But he's saying that if Bnei Israel would, if Moshe would have said something in his own name, and he would have not, and Bnei Israel would have not believed, then we would not have been, the Yam Suf never would have split.
Moshe would have said it in Hashem's name.
No. If Moshe would have said it in his own name.
His own name.
In his own name. He's already an emissary. He has the label of emissary of God. Look. Im lo haya belibam leha'amin leMoshe af bidvarim shelo haya omer mipi HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Lo haya naseh lahem hanes. Mishum hachi utzarach lomar. That's why you must say vayaminu ba'Hashem uv Moshe avdo. Because Hashem requires both types of faith. They are essential for our Geulah. And if you want to be, and yes, agreed, the emunah of Bnei Israel that they had in HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the reason why Yam Suf split, no problem. But if Moshe would have said something in his own name and they would not have listened, or they would not have believed, or if they would have had in their heart, if Moshe said something in his own word, he will not believe, then it won't work. If he would have said something on his own, and Bnei Israel would have said, all right, as long as he says something in God's name, I'm in. But if he starts saying things on his own, we're not going to believe him. If they would have had that in their mind, even if Moshe did not say anything in his own name, then the sleep would not split. And that's why it says, Ve'ayaminu ba'Hashem uv Moshe avdo, because you need both types of faith. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, amen ve'amen.